So Swamiji, in continuation of you speaking of the meaning of Narayana, the fact that the word ayana means the abode of God, the house, literally, that God lives in physically. And then you said we should use a broom, and the broom of remembrance of God, to sweep that house clean. But then the question of if the Lord is coming and living in ours, the body as a house, what does he take? What nourishment does he get? What does he eat?
See, the Lord is prepared to take anything which you take. Yad karoshi, yad ashnasi, yad juhosi, tadasi yat, tad kurushamatarpanam. Whatever you do, whatever worship you do, whatever you eat, and whatever action you do, you completely dedicate them all to me, so that I will eat them. So, whatever you eat, you are giving to the Lord, and He eats them also. He eats the same thing. The point is, He is inside your, see, you are inside you, He is the house. The point is, He alone is. There is no you at all. It's a fiction. Because it was a container. So you think that, see, the Lord who is there, you corrupted Him, so that a portion of Him is thinks, I am this body, I am this container, and it thinks the container should be kept neat for himself. It's not so. When the Lord is there, look here, if an old father and mother are in your house, you have given them a room. Now, they cannot in the morning sweep their home and make it clean and keep it dust-free. You will have to do it for Him. So in the same way, the Lord is too great. So He is too much, He's a big person. So you don't expect, if you call the Queen of England to your house, you don't expect to take the broom and this thing and clean the room. You will have to do it for her. Yeah. So in the same way, we have to do it. So what are the cleanings we can do? So the point is, the cleaning can be done in separate process, or it can be done in one process. This separate process, separately you can clean the house and then call the Lord, now you can come and occupy it, I have now cleaned it. Here, the more important thing is to call Him to come and occupy it. And even if it is dirty, before the King of England or the Queen of England will come to your house, a batch of security people will come. How security safe is your house? What are the sensitive points where the police have to be posted? And when they see you have kept your house in a nasty condition, they will say, hey, what have you done? You have invited the Queen of England and your house is in shambles. Come on, have it cleaned up. Then you will say, my wife died 5 years ago. My servant maid left only yesterday. I am helpless. I can't do anything. What can I do? What can you do? Come on, bring your broomstick. They will take and they will sweep. Like that. You only go on being with the Lord. Think of Him continuously, and then the Lord's own forces will come and sweep it neat and clean. You need not have a separate process of cleaning with your servant mind, but the Lord's own forces will come and they will sweep it absolutely neat and clean. So that is what happens. So the Smarana is not only important at the final stage, at every stage it is important, and all the processes it can complete by itself. It is absolutely a complete process by which you can get the Lord. Nothing else is needed. If this alone is properly done with faith and love, definitely it will result in your getting that highest bliss.
You quoted earlier that sloka from Bhagavad Gita, that what we eat, what we do to the Lord. Therefore, care should be taken how we act, how we engage in true Dharma, and not,
Exactly. So, but then, all the people do not know what is the true Dharma. So that main Dharma is, if you think of the Lord so much, and you say, Lord, you will guide me, everything is you, then in that case, internally he guides. I was a dunce, I was a donkey, I knew nothing. Then how did I come up in life? I had no time to read books. I was too busy after night 1 o'clock looking after the files of the government in my earlier days. All right, then later on I became a wandering monk, and I had to carry only that much which I can carry in my hand. How can I carry heavy books? I never carried any books, I could read. And I had this command from the Lord that the first 2 years you will move from, you will not stay in any ashram for more than 4 days. So every 4th day I have to move to a new ashram. I don't have a list of all the ashrams in India or in a particular state. So it was all his guidance. So he only did. So all the guidance comes from him. So as it, when once your motive is there, your target is there, that I have to reach the Lord, then the rest is all taken easy. Even if you go to a wrong lane, the Lord somehow manages to catch you and then turn you back and put you on the right road. This has happened earlier days. That's a shloka which I don't remember. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to go badly and see Jagannatha Swami in Puri, in Puri. And while going, he doesn't know the way. So in those days it was all a walk. So in a forest he lost his way. And he actually went to Orissa side instead of, it's also in Orissa, but he went to another side of Orissa where it is called the Nilachal Hills. But in the night time, the Lord took him by his hand and put him on the right road. And early morning he saw himself on the right road and he finally reached. See, this is all a figurative way of telling that even if you do so long as your target, your goal is fixed to be the Lord, then the Lord himself takes care of the rest. Even in case you don't have a guru, you don't have any other guidance, he will see you.
So part of the key to all of the success of this is ask for it in prayer.
Next, pray, ask for it. Keep the Lord in view at all times. Never forget Him. He is all. He only makes you do everything. See, in our ego, we think, I am doing the sadhana. You cannot do any sadhana unless He wills it. Yes.
So the correct prayer, the skillful way is to say, make me do it. If we can't,
exactly.
And we must engage in it.
Make me do it because my only goal is you. I have to reach you. Do whatever is to be done, you get it done.
See, you're keeping that shoulder clear.
See, once you are in it, this is the only topic, it entertains you. And when you have to get the God realization, how blissful it should be, when the very topic is so entertaining, and so, it makes you so happy. And when you get it, how can it be otherwise? That's there.
There's that precious, there is that wonderful hymn of the American gospel singer Thomas Dorsey. It's called Precious Lord, Take My Hand. Actually, what happened was, I remember I actually saw a story, and he himself was telling. He and his wife, everyone around them said there was a perfect marriage. It was as if like two had become one. But he was a gospel singer, an itinerant gospel singer who went to all the churches in the south of America, in south of the United States. And she had to stay home to care for the family. But he would go out and then he would come back and go out. And he said that even though he was serving the Lord and singing the Lord and uplifting the hearts of people, it was a hardship for him to be away from her. And then one day he was off in some other state, and someone walks up to him and hands him a telegram. and the telegram just said, "Come right home, your wife just died." And he said, "I fell down." He said, "I couldn't even get up. I didn't know what to do." And he couldn't even pray. He just looked up to heaven, and his heart was in anguish. Then he said this song just started coming to him. And right there on the floor he started to sing, "Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on to that promised land. All my friends now are gone. Precious Lord, lead me on." Very nice.
So, see, there is no connection. Just remember, there's in the book called Bhakta Vichయం, there's a beautiful story of the real Bhakta of the Lord. There was a great Mahatma, a great saint called Samarth Ramdas. He was the guru for Shivaji in the days when the Mughal emperors like Aurangzeb were ruling India. And he was a rebel. He fought for the Hindu kingdom because there are a lot of atrocities which are perpetrated by the Mughal rule. And Samarth Ramdas had long been longing to go to Kashi, which is one of the most sacred places. So one day, he was having a Rama's temple where Rama, Sita, Lakshmana and Hanumanji was there. And when he was to go to Kashi, then he has to entrust it to one of his close devotees. I don't remember the name. He called him and said, "Hey, you have to be very careful. The temple is in your hands. You'll have to see it is cleaned, it's just nice, and you have to feed the Lord daily, morning and evening. You prepare nice dishes, take it to the Lord. You have to wait till the Lord takes it. And Lord means not Lord alone. His entire force is there. There is Lakshmana, Sita. So all of them have to take it. Right? And then the balance you have to eat. The balance is a prasada. You will not lose any of them. You will have to eat it. Yes, sir, I will do it. Be very, very careful. Not 1 minute you should be negligent. This temple is very precious. The Lord Rama is very precious. So you look after it. Okay, sir. Then he goes to, see, after all, from the Maharashtra to Kashi, is a long, long distance. So he goes away, and the first day, he prepared a nice food, and he took it before the Lord. He shouted, "Oh Ram, oh Sita, come on, all of you, come on, take the food." Nobody came. For half an hour, he was shouting, weeping. My Guru has told you also that I'll be looking after you. How is it that you don't allow me to look after you? You are not coming and taking the food. Then he began to dash his foot against the wall. If you are not coming, I am going to die here and now. How can I face my Guru? Then the Lord had no other way. So the Lord, along with Lakshmana and Sita, he just took a form and came in person before him. Hey, don't worry, I am eating. So he took the food. He took up to the last grain of it. There is nothing left. Again this fellow began to weep. Oh, what have you done? The Guru has, my Guru has told, I have to eat your prasad. There is no prasad, you have left all. You should have some consideration. I am eating here. What sort of God are you? So I require it. But now they have already eaten. Then Sita said, don't worry. Your kitchen is there. I will prepare 2 doshas for you. So she went inside and she prepared 2 nice doshas. When she brought it to this devotee, the devotee said, "Oh my Lord, my Guru likes these doshas extremely well. So please, Ram, you just look after this temple. Because my Guru has left it to you, I am leaving it to you. So look after it very carefully. My Guru will not leave me otherwise. So please look after it only for a couple of days. I will just run and I will give it to my Guru and come back. Hey, Ram is asking, hey, it is very far, man. It's not within a 2 days run. You will have to run for 20 days to go and 20 days to come. Even then perhaps you may not be able to finish it. So if you can't go and come back, not do you expect me to look after it for 20 days. What are you talking? He said, look here. When the opportunity has come to do for the God, for the Guru himself will see to it that I will be able to reach him within a day or two. I do not know how it will happen. It will happen. So please, I am just coming. In a couple of days, I promise. Okay, look here, only for a couple of days and no more. And when he started, he went out. Hanumanji, who was hearing the entire thing, he got sympathy for that fellow, poor fellow. He has got that much faith in his Guru, he wants to feed him. So let me help you. He came out and said, hey, sit on my shoulder, I will take you in half an hour. So then she said, see what my Guru has done? He has made you come. He said, no. Ah, that's it. So Hanumanji's shoulders he sat. Within half an hour he was before his Guru. He didn't know where the Guru was. But he went to the main tank, took his bath in the Ganges, shouted, Jai Samarth Ramdas ki! And Samarth Ramdas heard it. Hey, it looks like my Shishya's voice, my disciples. What is he doing here? I have left the temple in his charge, and in a couple of days he couldn't reach here. Well, she just went out. He saw him. He said, Guruji, I brought 2 doshas, very nice ones. Sita has prepared herself. He took it. Hey, how did you come here? It was Hanuman who brought me here. He's waiting outside. The dosha was very nice. And Rama is told, wait only for a couple of days. He rushed back. And Hanumanji took him. Actually, within 2 hours, he was back. He said, Ram, I am back. You can go back. I will look after the temple.
Wonderful. See, what was occurring to me as you were telling, that the Shishya, the disciple, was saying, I don't know how I can do it, but somehow it will happen.
Oh, my Guru's grace. My Guru's grace.
But in the Sri Ramakrishna, in his Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna M, who wrote, he said that Sri Ramakrishna often mentioned, if we have sincerity, we have everything. In fact, that's one thing you were mentioning earlier, that in this Kali Yuga, it's actually easier for us, because we had to do so much tapasya, so much ritual in prior yugas. Now if we just have sincerity, the Lord will take care. But we must put it into action.
Sincerity, faith, love. Absolutely, everything will happen. We had that love and faith for his Guru. Sincerity was there. Even the Lord has to look after the temple. And there's his own temple.
Yeah. But it's important to note, because you had often told me that sincerity, love, and devotion in action is manifested in our prayer, in our meditation, in our habits. These things that we do in our life.